Assalamu alaikum students. In today's lecture we will talk about cell structure and its function. Here you can see animal and plant cell. You can understand the differences in between these two types of cells. Well, in detail we will count for these both cells. Fundamental unit of life as the cell is self-replicating structure. The first cells were observed by Robert Hooke in 1665 from slices of cork. Some organisms consist of unicellular organisms, others are multicellular of diameter of 2 to 120 micrometer. This is the type of simple animal cell. This is having cell membrane only, not covered with the cell wall, which is present in plant cell. Nucleus is the cell's control center. Inside the pink colored portion, and it is having DNA. It contains coded information that passes on every single inherited characteristic. It is having the ER endoplasmic reticulum, smooth and rough tubes. Lysosomes, where digestion of cell nutrients takes place. It is having cytoplasm in abundance, mainly constituted with water. Then the cell membrane made up of double layer of fatty material like lipid bilayer. It allows some materials to pass into and out the cell. We have read it briefly or with detail in the earlier previous lectures. Mitochondrion, let's talk about these parts of this slide. Mitochondrion, it is the powerhouse of the cell. It is involved in the oxidative metabolism with the Golgi complexes. They collect packages and distribute molecules made in the cell. Ribosomes, these are tiny proteins producing factories because they synthesize peptides from amino acids and then finally proteins which perform different functions of the cell of any living organism. Then vacuoles, they store these are the storage area from fats and other substances. Peroxisomes, vesicles that contain enzymes that carry out particular reactions such as detoxifying potentially harmful molecules. Then concentrioles, tiny organs that have cell division. Cell theory was proposed by Matthias Schilding and Theodor Schwann in 1839. And according to them, living things are, and I will show as well, according to them, living things are made up of cells. Cells are the smallest working unit of living things. All cells come from pre-existing cells through cell division. Constituents are different substances that make up cell are collectively called protoplasm. Protoplasm is composed of water 70 to 80%, and the second is the carbohydrates, then lipids, proteins, electrolytes. Electrolytes are sodium, potassium, magnesium, and the different ions. Subcellular structures, we will talk about subcellular structures, which are cell membrane, cytoplasm, and there's organelles and nucleus in detail in this lecture. Cell membrane, thin, pliable, elastic outermost structure. We have already studied lipid bilayer structure, cell membrane structure, how hydrophilic ends orient them there, and how it transfers different fluids in and out of the cell. So this is again one of the lipid bilayer structure. Functions of the cell membrane: it helps the protection, forms outermost boundary, gives shape to the cell. Digestive takes in food and excretes waste products. Selectively permeable, and it's permeable to non-polar compounds like gases, lipids, steroids, alcohols. They can dissolve in non-polar regions of the membrane, and polar molecules, they can penetrate slowly. They have the membranes much more slowly due to the hydrophobic ends of the lipid bilayer. Then comes the chemical and physical properties of membrane control the free passage of ions in and out of cell. This property helps in maintaining the osmotic, the life of the cell. Links adjacent cells. Cell membrane also links adjacent cells together by junctional complexes to form tissues. Insulating properties of the cell membrane. It acts as a dielectric material of a charge condenser. The cell membrane have high insulating value.